Hello, everybody. Welcome back. How are you doing? This is the debrief. How are you going? How's the week going, people? I know I wasn't around last week. Let me go live on Instagram. How's everybody doing? I hope you're good. Oh, let me turn this off. Oh, let me move this and stuff. Hold on 1 second. Oh my gosh. Feels like ages. It really does. Say hi in the chat if you're here. Guys on Instagram, if you could please pop on over here. That's the link to the video where we're at. Or you can just come straight to my YouTube page, which also works. There you go, that might be easier to navigate again, kind of thing. Good morning, Elsid. How you doing? Hey, Crispy Bacon. How's it going? Hope everybody is good. For those that don't know, I'm all things sugar and shade. Hey, and this is the debrief. This is where I talk about my favorite reality TV shows from my Black-ass perspective. Hope everyone is good. As I said, I took a little bit of time off last week because everything was a lot. Hey, Crispy saying I haven't watched the episode yet, but I have seen clips that, okay, cool. To be fair, I had to rewatch it today, kind of thing. Hey, Elsid, thank you for putting those bits up there. Yes, and please, people, make sure you like the video as you come in. It really does help a lot. Yeah, it helps the algorithm, which is waning at the moment. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, what you guys been up to? Let me know. I've just had quite a busy week. Actually, I swear to God, like it just feels like everything is happening at once at the moment. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit overwhelming. Hey Vaughn, how you doing? Long time. How's it going? How's things for you? What are you up to today? Oh my God. So yeah, I was experimenting and I put this little QR code at the top, but now it's moved that live thing. That's really annoying. But that QR code, you should be able to go straight to my link tree. If anyone wants to give it a try and see if it works. But yeah, so I have been guest hosting on TDA, which I do Monday to Friday from 8:15 to 11 a.m. It's supposed to be 10:30, but we generally end around 11, I would say, or just before, which seems to be going pretty well. I'm going to be there a bit longer. We had like our photo shoot last week and the beginning of this week as well. And that was lots of fun. I don't even know when those pictures are coming out. We've got to see when it happens. And then I've just been working my tushy off. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like I'm going to need a break soon. I'm going to definitely need a break. It has been one friggin' tough year. I'm not going to lie. And I feel like it's just like everything is like kind of coming together now. Or catching up with me. Well, I've just been like, I've been getting free stuff and everything like that. And now I'm just like, nah, I need a break. I need to actually rest a little while kind of thing. So expect some changes, definitely, but I'll keep you guys updated as much as I possibly can and stuff. One thing I do need to say to you guys as well, if you're in London, I'm having a bit of a meetup on the 19th of December, just to say thank you for everybody that's been supporting me and everything like that. Because as I said, there has been quite a little bit of change. Do you know what I mean? So if you are around and you would like to come, please just fill in the details in this link here in that form, and I'll give you further details. I just need to know numbers. And I'm probably going to close this by Wednesday. So if you could sign up by Wednesday, that'd be great, kind of thing. So it's going to be on Thursday, the 19th of, maybe I should type this, Thursday, the 19th of December, from 6:30. Hey, Abbas, how you doing? and it's going to be Central London location. So if you can make it, that would be great. If you can't, no problem at all. That is absolutely fine. But if you can be around, that'd be great. And it'll be Central London. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like yeah, Elle said, yeah, I did see that kind of thing. Of course, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna take some time to think about how I can include or do something else for like people who aren't London based and everything. Hey El Michelle, good morning from Atlanta. How long have you been live? Literally 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Seriously, not that long at all. Why did you thought you'd miss something? You haven't missed anything. We'll just get into it. I was just saying that I'm doing a meetup on the 19th of December, but obviously it's only if you're like based in London. But yeah, please sign up if you can, if you want to come and yeah, chill for a bit. As I said, it's going to be Central London based, and I'm really looking forward to it. So it should be cool. But yeah, I need to know numbers. So I'm going to close it by Wednesday and then decide. Yes, you are on time. You are on time. But yeah, and then of course, if you can want to join my membership, you can do so. I've got 2 tiers, as you most of you know, $1.99 and $6.99. But obviously, it is to get members first content. Any kind of announcement, I'm gonna be asking all my members first and getting their insight first and all of that type of stuff as well, kind of thing. So yes, if you can, but obviously I know it's coming up to Christmas, so don't kill yourself. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, okay, cool. What else I was going to say? I was going to say my vlog is going to be out for members today, probably just after this show, and then everybody else will watch it tomorrow from 5 p.m. as always. You know what's so weird to me is that with when you put out a members first video, you can't schedule the time that thank you, Elsid. Hey Yvette, how are you doing? How's it going? Nice to see you here. You can't schedule the time that the members version goes out, just immediately. So if I finish editing or uploading at like 11 p.m, that's when it goes live for members. Like you can't schedule it, which is, I don't know, I find that a little bit annoying. I find it a little bit annoying. But yeah, and also as well, I can't lie, I was umming and ahhing whether to do this live today because I'm so tired. I'm so freaking tired. And yeah, I need to figure out how I'm going to get more sleep. But I am going to schedule in a break as well, kind of thing, and when I can have like a total kind of like detox or something. Yeah, break as well. Hey Wavin, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, okay, cool. I feel like, yeah, you have to leave it unlisted and then schedule it for when you want to live. So I think there's an issue. I don't know. I think I came across the issue with that. Yeah, I think I came across the issue with that. Oh no, it's still the kind of like same thing that it's just like I want it to be automatic almost, you know? So you still have to go in and then make it live at a certain time. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if it wasn't members first, you could just schedule it straight away. I think that's what my issue is. But yeah, okay, cool. All right then, guys, let's get into the show. So We are talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10, episode 9. Obviously I missed last week, but I did watch the episode. So this week's episode was, I think today's going to be a short session as well. I'm not gonna lie. I actually really like this episode. I'm not gonna lie. I was I was entertained. I definitely was entertained on here. There was like quite a bit of drama, and yeah, I kind of loved it. It started off at Gizelle's party. She was doing a celebratory party for Reasonably Shady, is that what's called? Her podcast that had 10 million downloads, which is definitely an achievement for sure. Robin wasn't there, as I think you guys saw. I don't know what's going on there, but she weren't there. And it kind of like ended the episode before of like them kind of like maybe the girls getting at Stacey because they believe that she told Monique's business to Monique's ex-husband Chris. So they were asking her, Kay was getting in her face. You know, they had a bit of back and forth and was just like, I think Stacey said, I can't remember what she said, something about, her husband. And Stacey was just like, you don't have a husband. And Kay was just like, well, where's yours? But I think Stacey killed it with that line. I don't know. She kind of silenced her a little bit. Well, yeah, for a nanosecond, she kind of silenced her. So that was interesting. Yeah, so then I think all the girls were gathering around. Someone called, what's her name? Charisse, maybe? She actually called Chris to confirm whether Stacey did or did not call him and tell him Monique's business. And Chris is on the phone, he's on loudspeaker, and he says no, that he don't know what they're talking about. Thank you. Oh God, yes, Crispy. Yeah, she did say that. Stacey said to her, go and beg Greg. She was rude. Stacey's rude, you know, but I like Stacey. I can't lie. Like, she's thoroughly entertaining. I don't think anyone can make me hate her, even if she is a bit of a liar. I don't know. There's something about her, man. I like the way she's handling herself in this season, for sure. So, yeah, so Chris is like, no, I didn't say nothing. Do you know what I mean? And the girls, like, Gizelle doesn't believe her, Kay doesn't believe her, Tia doesn't believe her. And I'm just like, you just heard the guy say this and no one believes her. It was a weird situation. Yeah, definitely weird situation. So she's still the main suspect as far as they're concerned. And yeah, it was just really weird. Stacey was eating people up in this episode. I think she was. I agree. El Michelle says, in my opinion, Stacey is not rude. These girls coming at her and she's handling the girls. To be fair, do you know what I mean? Stacey is keeping it classy, rather. Well, in comparison to Kay. Do you know what? Kay, yeah, she's a bit of a feisty one, isn't she? She's a bit of a feisty one. And she don't like, what do you call it? She don't like Stacey, and I don't really get it. I don't understand why it's so deep for her. Like, I'm not really getting it at all. It seems strange to me. But yeah, but maybe this is part of her, what do you call it, like her storyline. Maybe this is trying to keep it relevant, everything like that. But Kay definitely has it in for Stacey, and I think Wendy as well, from what I can see. And I thought it was a bit embarrassing anyway, like Greg being there while this is happening. It's just like, yeah, marry this girl, man, what's going on? Will says, Chris has always been a weirdo. Monique's breakdown of how our marriage ended was insane. Yeah, it was a bit weird. She was talking about, in the last episode, she was getting vulnerable with the girls, and she was saying that, you know, every time he wanted something, he would be really nice to her. And then, like, when he got a little bit of ass, like then he will be back to being horrible or something like that, which is like insane. Like, do you know what I mean? Your husband should not be acting like that at all, kind of thing. Everyone is saying it's kind of bullying from the other ladies. I can't lie, it's in that realm to me. It's feeling like it's in that realm. Seriously, yeah. Girl, we found out Chris put his hands on her. What? Did he? Oh no. Oh no. Oh God. No. He's a wife beater. Oh my God. Ew, horrible, 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 horrible man. So yeah. Also at this party, Angel has a bone to pick with what do you call it? With Wendy, it seems. Angel, as far as I'm concerned, is an absolute mean girl, and I think that she's just wrong and strong. So she has a bit of a word with Gizelle and says like, you know, she isn't too happy with Gizelle, but she actually wants to talk to Wendy, and she has all this vim for Wendy. And you know, she kind of like confronts Wendy and says like, you know, I didn't really like how you were saying like I was a catfish, and you can hear Kay piping in and joining in too. And it's just like, you guys are both wrong. They rolled the clip as well, and Gizelle does actually say, no, I was the one that said it. I said it, so what's the problem? So then Angel, I don't even know. Stacey kind of just dismissed her. Angel was just like, oh, you know, you're being what was it? Rude. And she said, oh, she had a particular word. I can't remember exactly what it was, but she was just like, yeah, you're being rude and dismissive or something like that. And Wendy's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just being very direct with you. You know, that's all this is. You know, I feel, and I can't prove it yet, but Angel is giving me colorist. I just don't know why she has so much vim for Wendy. It's not making any sense. It really isn't making any sense at all. I just don't get it. And I think she's a bit of a colorist because she doesn't have the same smoke for Gizelle. It's weird. It's very, 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 very weird. Yeah, I think so, El Michelle. I'm looking at Wendy with new eyes since her fraud business has been revealed. You know what, Yvonne? We'll go onto it, but when she's renovating her house, I was just like, oh my God. I was just like, this isn't going to age well. It really isn't. Mercurial. Yes, that's what she said. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, I was just like, what are you talking about, girl? Just be simple with your wording, please. Angel is an annoyance. So what's her gripe with Wendy is so weird. I bet those rumors about her being mean to other wags is true. I agree. I think so. I think she is. Yeah, I think she is. It's just weird. Angel and Kay are making me all the way team Wendy at them now. Yeah, I think so. I definitely like Wendy, and seeing her in juxtaposition to them, I'm just like, well, yeah. And also as well, I know we've got like some details of what this case is going on, but it doesn't seem to be too deep. So I'm just like, do I care? I don't know if I care that much. I don't care, man. Seriously. I like Wendy, man. I like how she's coming across at the moment. And I think Angel and Kay just look like donuts. Anyway, Angel ends up leaving, early. They all go have a shot, and I think then Stacey decides to leave afterwards as well. I think Jazzy tries to talk to her, and then she decides to leave. And then Gizelle comes over and is like pushing the button for the lift, saying like, "Okay, you can go." So Gizelle has this major issue with Stacey as well. She doesn't believe her one bit at all. So then Jazzy, they're over at Jazzy's house. So it's Stacey, Jazzy, and Wendy. And then at the same time, we have Angel hosting the other ladies, so Tia, Kay, Gizelle, and Ashley. At Jazzy's house, obviously they're talking about situation. Stacey is just not really happy about how things has went down naturally. So, and she's just like, I think it's Wendy that suggests that she talks to Monique and kind of like clear things up. And she's just like, yeah, I will do that, but I am not talking to Kay. And I feel like that's fair. that I thought that was absolutely fair on that point. And the other girls at Angel's house, they're just there to have a bitch session about Stacey. Gizelle was gleeing with joy, just like, oh, you know, Stacey brings us together and we just cuss it. Just like, what, Gizelle? You know? But they have the same idea. Ashley has the same idea in terms of like having a sit down between Stacey and Monique. Yeah, and for them to talk. Crispy says Monique literally divorced the guy. She doesn't care. Yeah, no, exactly. It also says I saw a clip of Angel on Claudia Jordan's podcast saying she won't be going anywhere. Girl, go back to Colorado. Oh yes, Michelle said, girl, go back to Colorado. Rumor is that she's moved back. Well, that's why they what do you call it? That's why I think that's what they kind of alluded to, that she's trying to go back there, maybe next episode or something like that. It definitely did look like a Mean Girls meeting. None of them like, yeah, I guess so. You get the bullying energy from that side of things, you know? Okay, so yeah, so they plan this sit down. Then we go to like Kay. We see Kay, her mother, and her brother. Now, Kay's mother looks like her sister. Like, I'm just like, I want to look like them when I grow up. Like, seriously, her mother is stunning. They look like sisters. Like, honestly, she looks good for her age, honestly. So then Kay's talking about her relationship with Greg. She's giving her mum an update on where things are. And Greg has asked her to move back in, and they're actually hosting at Greg's house. So her mum's looking at her like, okay, you're moving back in, but like, is there more? And then she kind of says, Kay says, okay, yeah, they went looking for a ring as well. It's just like, okay. And then he also wants to purchase the condo, like her condo, right? The mum is not impressed by this, and she thinks that the ring should go first. And I'm just like, should it? Like, what do you guys think? Do you think that do you think this is Greg buying time because he doesn't want to marry Kay? Or do you think that this is a better situation for Kay to be in so that she actually has something of her own? What do you guys think? Would you choose the ring or the condo? On the black husband, unless you're born in condo first if her name is on the deed. That's what I'm thinking, Elsid. Oh, Michelle said yes. Greg has a beautiful thought, and she's stringing out. Maybe he's stringing her along. Ring first is easier to evict a girlfriend than to divorce a wife. Oh gosh. I just don't know. I think I would go for actually for me, I would go for the condo, but it has to be in my name. It definitely has to be in my name for sure. Because but then I was just like, why is mum saying that? Is it because the mum is old school, or is she like looking at, I don't know who Greg kind of is, like in the sense, like, does he have like particular assets or whatever? Is that what it is? Or is she just trying to just make it all, I don't know, a bit respectable? Or I don't know. Like, I just feel like the mum might know more, but Greg would probably have a prenup, right? Anyway. Oh my God. Oh, Michelle said, move on from Greg. He's going to mess up their beauty gene pool. Greg is a 5-foot man playing cage. Do you think? Do you think? Oh my God. I just think like, yeah, she should get hers, because if she gets the condo, it's in her name, then, you know, she's winning in that sense. Then she don't need to marry him if she don't want to be fair. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Will. I think then she would be silly. I think if that's what they're alluding to, that's what it is, then yeah, she's silly. Then I don't know. I don't know whether she's just trying to be relevant, but she's trying not to put pressure on a relationship. It seems like that. Mum is not impressed at all. And she wants the ring. So maybe mum knows best in this situation where she's just like, yeah, this guy is not going to put anything in your name. Like, just get the ring and then you can talk about different things afterwards. And the fact is, and then I was just like, is Greg just pretending? Because like, surely you should be, if you're of a man of that kind of like stature, you should be able to do both. Like, why does she have to pick? Does Kay have kids? I really don't know. Yeah, exactly. Elle said if he has money, he can get both. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. He's like coming from a place of lack. Do you know what I mean? I like that. I like that. El Michelle said also, I think she's already is living with him. He didn't decorate that house himself. She looked comfortable in his house. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I think that's part of what the mum is alluding to, right? Like, you moved out for a reason. Now you're here making home. Like, what is he? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, he can play you then. He can play you. Unless he buys it outright and puts it in her name on it, I don't think it makes sense if they split as she's left with the debt. Yes, Yvette, there is that. There is that, definitely. Oh, Michelle said he has 3 daughters. I think she has no kids. Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, yeah, just like okay, that's it. I think if he wants to give a ring, then he should. That's what he should. But he shouldn't be dangling a ring or a condo, right? Do you know what I mean? He should be able to do both, in my opinion, for sure. Okay, cool. So then, where do we go next? So Wendy then, her sister and her mum come to her house, and they see that she's doing some renovations and stuff. And as someone said earlier, I don't know if it was one over there, was saying that her doing those renovations, yeah, it's not looking good, because where is this money coming from? I don't know. But Wendy does tell about kind of like talks more about the situation with her dad, right? So her dad is based in Nigeria. She didn't grow up with him. They have a kind of relationship now, but it just seems like it's kind of like maybe messages and calls and stuff, because they're in 2 different countries. And it turns out Wendy's whole family, her sister and her whole family, all went to Nigeria for a month a little while ago. And during that time, the dad didn't make any sort of effort to see them. And he was just saying that he's sick, which must be really, really, really heartbreaking. Yeah, that's really sad. I don't think it matters like what age you are or something like that. If your dad don't want to see you or make the effort, that's got hurt. That really has, you know. Her sister was just like, you know, he knows that you're doing great. And then Wendy responds and she's like, yeah, but he doesn't want me. And that kind of just broke my heart a little bit. Like, I was just like, oh God, I kind of felt her pain in that situation. And like, commend her for being so vulnerable. Do you know what I mean? It just broke my heart. Her sister said, like, you know what it is with him, it's not that he doesn't want you, but he's just learn to live his life without them. Do you know what I mean? That's all it is. So her sister is like, it's kind of like she's accepted the situation and she's just very practical about it and that sort of thing. But Wendy is still, you know, quite hurt about it and stuff too. So then the mum comes over and, you know, she's just like, you can see that she's sad in the beginning, and she's just like, she doesn't want her daughters to feel any type of way. She doesn't want Wendy to be upset. And her daughter's just, but her mum is just like, yeah, he's a miserable man. He can have 200 children, but he's only got one Wendy, you know? And I thought that was a lovely kind of way to kind of like boost her daughter up in that moment and stuff like that, because it must be really, really hard. And, you know, mum was, you know, she stood up and she's just like, you know, basically saying like, look, you guys are spoiling me. This, you know, he knows that you're doing well because, you know, you're doing it through me. And, you know, mummy's got a little Christian Dior bag. She's kitted out. She gets her allowance, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it was a kind of a bit of a cute moment. We'll say, and dare I say that Wendy has typical overachiever and Niger girl daddy issues. I don't know if like overachieving for Niger girls is related to daddy issues. I think like we are quite a nation of overachievers in general, to be fair. El Michelle saying, I blame her mother for shaking her down for money, for bleaching creams and Jesus Christ. Wendy and Eddie are forced to commit fraud to keep her in this lifestyle. You think? Oh my God, I hope not. I hope that's not the case. I really do. I really do. But I did look at mummy and I was just thinking, oh, yeah, I just thought, something's different. Something's amiss here. Something's definitely amiss. So yeah, so are we going to talk about the Danish deception today? I guess we can do, for sure. So yeah, I feel like then we went to the sit down with Monique and Stacey. So Ashley and Kay, they arrive first. They have a little bit of a chat and kind of, I feel like Ashley's orchestrating this. She's just like, yeah, I just want my friend to know what's going on. I didn't think like the the party was the right place for them to have the conversation, and she wants Stacey to hear them. Kay, I don't know, Kay was just there. I just don't think Kay needed to be there. Do you know what I mean? Oh, hey Dominican, how you doing? Good. Appreciate that. But yeah, Kay was just there. Monique then arrives. They kind of catch her up on what's been going on. And they tell her that, you know, Charisse called Chris at the party, and Chris said, like, no. They tell her that Kay had spoke to Cookie, and Cookie was the one that kind of told them that this had happened. And Monique was just like, well, you're talking about two people, her ex and Cookie, that are prone to lying, prone to kind of twisting the truth and that sort of thing. So she's just like, you know, I kind of need to hear what's, you know, from Stacey's side to know what's really going on. Do you know what I mean? Wendy is also there as well, and then Stacey is the last to arrive. When Wendy was first there, actually, she did kind of tell the women that Stacey is okay to do this sit down, but she doesn't want Kay to be there, and she doesn't really want Ashley to be there. Ashley stayed, but Kay was just like, I'm gonna go and sit by the bar. So Kay got up and left when Stacey arrived. I think Monique was trying to indirectly say, like, no, you know, Kay, stay, but Kay was just like, no, I'm not doing this. Because what did Stacey say? Stacey said that she felt unsafe with Kay around. So I think she's kind of like trying to paint Kay as this like aggressive or potentially aggressive women that she feels scared around her or something like that, which I think is a little bit extreme, but I did find a bit funny in the moment because Stacey's doing a lot. She's really doing a lot. So anyway, Stacey says to Monique that she never dated Chris, and then they did cut to her, I think it was the producer cam, and her talking to Ashley and maybe Jazzy as well. I think the other person was there. Was it Jazzy or Tia? I can't remember. And she's saying that she had spoken to Chris, that she hung out with Chris, but she didn't date Chris and she didn't sleep with Chris, right? I want to know what hung out means, like to clarify what that actually means. I don't know. But she tells Stacey tells Monique in this moment that she didn't date Chris, that she never dated Chris. And she then starts showing her messages from Chris. So Chris maybe, what did he do? She had like a cover of some like local magazine, and Chris basically messaged her and said like it was nice. She didn't respond. There was another message saying, oh, you could say thank you. She didn't respond. And then he sent another message saying that, you know, my name is coming up with regards to filming, and I don't think she responded there either. Yeah, so she's showing these messages to Monique, right? And Monique is just like, oh, so he's stalking you. That's what the situation is. You can see Ashley at this moment is rolling her eyes. She's rolling her eyes. And when we see her VT, she's just like, yeah, everybody knows that you can basically doctor text messages. So she's seeing these receipts as fraudulent. She's just like, yeah, she's not sure. So then they're sitting there thinking, well, there's definitely a leak in the circle. Who's the leak? And then Wendy, she does like a bit of a cut where she's just like, you know what? She's putting on her detective wig. She thinks her number one suspect is Kiana, because Kiana, she thinks, is generally scheming anyway. And Kiana talks to Cookie. She thinks Angel is a suspect because Angel's husband knows Chris. So Angel could easily be gossiping. Do you know what I mean? And then her husband could go back to Chris and let him know. She thinks it could be Gizelle because Gizelle loves mess and, you know, she's cozy with Cookie. She said since Karen is in prison that they've been cozy, and I didn't know the reference there, so maybe someone could tell me why that was relevant. She feels like it could, she says that she can't rule out Stacey because Stacey's lied in the past, she's lied in the present, and she's probably going to lie in the future. And that was what's making me laugh as well, is that despite Wendy knowing that Stacey is and can be a liar, that she's still kind of cool with her as well. So they ended that conversation that ended the episode with Monique basically saying to Stacey, like, you know, I divorced him for a reason. Like, be careful. Do you know what I mean? Like, he can be very messy, and look, he's already dragging you into the mess. So what do you guys think? Who do you think is the leak? Who's the most plausible? Who does it make sense that is the leak? Let me just see some of these comments while you guys type in. Wilson saying dating and talking are very different nowadays. I can imagine hung out means other people there as opposed to just being them. Okay, fair enough. Wise forehead rolling her out. Chris would have Stacey's text regardless if he had deleted them, and why would he respond a thank you? Would have been the right response then. Yeah, exactly. It just seems strange. Yeah, Ashley's got it out for Stacey as well. She really has. After Monique's interview this week, we found out Chris is using most former friends and housewives to upset Monique. Oh, really? Oh my God. Seriously? So he's a wrong'un. He's a wrong'un through and through then. Oh, I don't like him. I don't like him. Forehead lied for seasons regarding her Gollum. Did she? I can't lie. Ashley does make me laugh though. She does. Not as much as Stacey, but she does make me laugh. She really does. I feel like it's got to be between Kay. Who do I think it is? I think it's Kay or Angel. That's what I think it is. Because like at the BravoCon, it's like none of them were like feeling Angel. And I'm just thinking, what did she do? I know there's some bits coming up of like, I think them going, did they go to Colorado or something? Like they go somewhere and there's a problem with the house or something like that. And she doesn't take them to her actual house. So I wonder if there's something like that. But I was thinking maybe there's more to it. So maybe this is Angel. Maybe this is Angel's work. That lady's more the Karen's friend than Gizelle's. Okay, cool. Gizelle lied for seasons as well. She lied on Candice's husband and made serious accusations that what the fuck? What? Seriously? Oh my God. Karen and Cookie are brethren. Cookie was in contact with Karen throughout her sentence. Okay, cool. I think Ashley and Gizelle are suspects as well, as they are connected to Cookie. Okay, fair. I think anyone but Stacey is a leak at this point. Who had lied about them having an open marriage, threesomes, and him grabbing butts. Oh my God. Michael W. is a whole creep. Groping and groping. Yes, I heard about that. Crew members and stuff, which is crazy, crazy work. Oh my God. Yes, Gizelle accused Chris of being sexually inappropriate. Oh my God. Maybe I did know about this. Oh my God. Yeah, I think I do. How is she getting away with this? How's she getting That's wild. That's a wild thing to do. They have lied, all of them. Okay, so why? Yeah, so like, why are they going in at on Stacey? That's the thing. Even Tia, but I feel like Tia is I don't know. I feel like she's kind of gonna be. I like Tia, but I think she's one of Thingy's lapdogs, Gizelle's lapdogs at the moment. I kind of want to see more Tia in her own light. Oh, Tia's on your shit list as well. Okay, cool. I want to see her in her own light. I hope Stacey is prepping for the reunion. I hope so too. For them to come at Stacey and her little lies is rich. Yeah, I feel like they're making mountains out of a molehill. Like, you know, and I don't think she's doing anything inappropriate at all. She's just trying to get her family back together. That's all. That's all. No, I don't like her. I had a feeling about Tia from the beginning. Is it? You know what? I wasn't feeling Tia in the first couple of episodes. Then she warmed on me a little bit. So I did like her, but then I just like, because what did she say about Stacey? She was just like, yeah, sure, I believe Stacey, but I also believe that pigs fly. Like, you know, like, of course I don't believe her. And I'm just like, Tia, do we really need all of that? I don't know. So Stacey is technically the new girl. They always pick a target. I think they decided off camera who to attack. More than Angel? Because it's Angel really who's the new girl, right? Angel and what am I forgetting? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, or maybe I don't know. It does seem like coordinated. I think we got distracted by Kay and Angel's antics, and Tia flew under the radar. Yeah, Tia has been making comments the entire time. That's true. That's true. Tia's on the wrong side of Hijab. I like Tia. She's funny. Tia's been Tia has from day one been a follower and ready to pile on Stacey for no reason. Tia just met Stacey. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Crispy saying Tia has dirt on her as well. I heard on Kempire. Shout out to Kempire, man. He's a real one. That she has a Chicago backstory. Oh, really? The lies too, the irony. Oh my God, really? Kiana and Angel are coming across like fools. Honestly, Yvette, like honestly, like I just don't. Angel was a straight up mean girl. like I said, I can't prove it, but I think she's a colorist. I think she's a hardcore colorist. But I can't prove that yet. Kiana, I don't know. I think Kiana is just like, I need the storyline by any means necessary. And I feel like Jazzy is like, she is replacement in waiting. Jazzy's ready to go. She's just like, whoever messes up, that's my spot. That's my guaranteed spot. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like Kiana's just like, I'm going to bring the drama. If you need someone to bring the drama and get messy, I will. I think someone was saying, maybe it was you, Crispy, that was saying earlier about she always looks like she's ready to fight. Like Kiana does. She goes 0 to 60. It's like, girl, calm down. Like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Because you are stirring the pot. You are the one stirring the pot. So you expect people not to have any smoke? Like, come on, man. Do you know what I mean? We'll say, and Tia's husband not breaking up the kids' party and discussion around it was hilarious. Her daughter's like, I called the police and Dad went MIA. Yes. That's the thing. I thought their family was really cute. Honestly, I really did. Like, he just seems like, yeah, I feel like mum, like Tia runs the household. He's just doing what he's doing. The kids probably run everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was thingy. Kay is on the wrong show. Like, honestly, I think so. Right, girl, why your face like that? Yeah, she's always mad. She's big mad. She's big mad. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense, her being that angry. Yeah. She's it just doesn't need to be like that. Or when the son phoned Tia and asked to be adopted, that was funny as well. That was funny. Like, I think they're sweet. They're like, I thought they were just like nice, sweet, like relief. And I thought like her when she was intervening in a good way between Kiana and Gizelle and kind of making Kiana understand why Gizelle was so hurt by what she was saying when they were on the boat about like Kiana wanting Gizelle to be there for her in that moment, and like her emphasizing with Gizelle about her father passing away. And just I thought she handled that really well in that situation, because it could have gone to like a really dark, murky place there, but she kind of brought it back, and like while even just explaining things to Kiana in a way that she can understand, like she also gave validate her feelings. So I thought, okay, Tia, she's gonna be like the peacemaker, and like, do you know what I mean? Like a real sensible person that has empathy and everything like that. And lo and behold, she's just as shady as the president. But she's not even leading in her shame, because she is just like a backup dancer for Gizelle. Like, that's what it seems like. Crispy saying Tia has her moments, but since she has been running her mouth about Stacey in every interview post-season, Tia will remain on my shit list. Yeah, fair. Oh, Michelle saying Kay doesn't like when anyone goes against what she says. Wasn't Kay mad at Tia for butting into that convert? Yes, that's also very true. That's really true. And I remember Tia got caught straight from freaking Jazzy as well. They really tried it. So yeah, so the two new people technically are Angel and Tia. Really, Kay is a brat. She is. Seriously. Kay also as well. Today when I was rewatching, I was just like, if Kay can act, yeah, she should be an actress. Like, I feel like she gives me that 90s actress vibe. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I can see her in like holiday specials. She could do like Tyler Perry type movies. Like, I feel like she's got that look. So yeah, I feel like that could be an avenue for her. I don't know. I don't know about all this, what she's doing, but yeah, I was just like, yeah, she could be an actress. But yeah, that was the episode. Like, I really quite like this episode. I feel like my MVP was definitely Stacey. I just like the way she just handles herself all the time. And my villain has got to be, I think it's got to be Kay for me, man. It's got to be Kay because she's just doing way too much, way too much. Not a fan of that at all, kind of thing. Yeah. So, like in other news, or you guys tell me as well, like who your MVP and your villain was for that episode as well. Well, I just bring this up because there's been some Love Is Blind news. About saying Kiana's pretty face is Botox up to the max. Really? Oh, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that. But she just looked like her mum. She looked like her mum so bad, and her mum looks good. Do you think they're all Botox up? My MVP was Wendy. Okay, cool. Stacey and Monique are my MVP. Okay, cool. Monique is serving face though as well. I don't know. Monique is she's stunning actually. She is. I wonder how this is going down. Do you guys? Because I didn't watch it then. So is Monique? Well, I know that she did. Did she attack some people or something? She nearly hurt somebody, and she's quite feisty. So let's see. But she's in her Zen space now. But I wonder who's going to push her out of it because someone's going to. They both need to make the show interesting and for their storylines. Yeah, for sure. She attacked Candice. Yes, thank you. Crazy scenes. Crazy scenes. Okay, cool. So switching now a little bit to Love Is Blind. What do you call it? There's been some divorce filings, unfortunately. The dream is over. Let me just share the screen. I'll just read this out. Some of you might have heard about this already. When she's cussing Stacey, her face doesn't move. Who's that? Oh, Kiana. The thing is, yeah, Stacey's face don't move that much either, though, to be fair. To be fair. Okay, so Love Is Blind star Brennan Limo. I don't even know how to say that. Divorce filing reveals reason behind shocking split from Alexa. So you remember these two? They were on Love Is Blind. I think Alexa, she came from a very wealthy background, and I remember he was like, I don't know, I think I remember him being like a cowboy type person, but they are married. No, well, they're in the process of filing for divorce at the moment, and they've just had a baby as well. So let's read the article. So court records are revealing the details behind Love Is Blind alumni Brennan Limo, I want to say, and wife Alex Limo or Limi, I don't know. Divorce. According to documents obtained by People, Brennan filed for divorce on November 5th, nearly a month before the pair announced their split. The petition states that the marriage has become insupportable because of discord or conflict or personalities between Alexa and Brennan. That destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship and prevents any reasonable expectation of reconciliation. It further indicates that the former couple plan on coming to a written agreement outside of court regarding custody of their 17-month-old daughter, Vienna, and division of their community property, while Brennan requested that he keep any assets he obtained before the marriage. Goes on to say, on Wednesday, the 3rd of December, Alexa revealed that she and Brennan were going their separate ways more than 4 years after tying the knot in a lengthy Instagram post. After much reflection and many heartfelt conversations, we have made the difficult decision to end our marriage, he began. This choice was not made lightly, as it comes with a great deal of care and respect and appreciation for the time that we shared. We entered this relationship with love and optimism, and we leave it with gratitude and experiences that shape us and the growth we each gained along the way. The reality star continued. While our journey as a married couple is coming to an end, we remain supportive of another devoted of one another, devoted to our daughter and committed to navigating this transition with compassion. She concluded, we kindly ask for privacy as we move forward and focus on our individual paths while keeping our precious daughter as the top priority. So then it just kind of just goes into how they met and everything like that. And yeah, so then I think what the people are saying is that he is trying to be a little bit sneaky and trying to, how's that doing that? Sorry. And trying to get more assets or something like that. I don't know, or something. But yeah, it doesn't seem, it's not looking good for them. Not looking good for them at all. So they're over, no more. So I feel like it's going to get a little bit messy, unfortunately, with these two. And then the other thing I wanted to share, I don't know if you guys have had that update of like what's happened with Whitney and Lachlan. She has more money than, oh, hey, Maya. She does have more money than him. Yeah, she really does. And I'm hoping he's not going to be one of those guys, but I don't know. Maybe can't put it past him to try and get more than he actually deserves. But yeah, I saw this on TikTok. This lady, I can't remember what newspaper she reports for, but she does. But yeah, there's also rumors that we might be seeing more of Whitney sometime soon. But yeah, let me play this.
In the High Court battle of the century between Lachlan Nowaki and Whitney Adebayo, this is what I know. I told you before how Lachlan was suing Whitney for defamation and malicious falsehood after she claimed he said her skin was dirty in a post which ended up going viral on social media. Now, Whitney furiously hit back. She legaled up herself and said that she would fight basically to the death, maybe not to the death, but she would fight to clear her name, and said that she would robustly defend herself if any claim was brought against her by Lachlan. Now, Lachlan ended up confirming my story and saying that, yes, he was absolutely taking legal action. He said that Whitney's claim against him had basically defamed him so badly that he thought he had really intensely awful reputational damage that he couldn't come back from. Whitney.
Do we think that he's got that reputational damage now? I mean, I'm not a fan of Lachlan. I tolerated Lachlan because he was with Whitney, and I think a lot of people felt the same. Because if Whitney did not pick him, there would be no Lachlan at all. But yeah,
he then came back again and said, "Nope, I absolutely stand by everything I've said, and I will fight this all the way if needs be." Now, I took a call earlier today from someone who knows quite a great deal about the case, and they've told me they now believe that this is on ice. So what they're saying is that Whitney and Lachlan have actually decided to settle this out of court, which, let's be honest, would be the best decision they could make.
So this is the thing. So if they're settling out of court, which is great, because my thing is, Lachlan was making all these threats. He done this like deep dive. Do you guys remember that deep dive video that he done with like all his so-called receipts and everything like that? But at the end of the day, with a defamation case, he has to bring the case. So it's his, that has to be brought out like out of his pocket. All Whitney would need to do is defend herself in a sense, right? Do you know what I mean? She just needs to show her receipts, which she clearly had, you know, via her sister's post. So this is kind of like them settling out of court. I wonder what that actually means, because as Will just said, like she's paying him. That would be weird. Yeah, that would be weird, because like how Whitney was alluding to before, what her stance is just like, if you think you can, you know, sue me, then sue me. In a sense, like, if you want to go for it, go for it. It's on your pocket. It's on your dime.
Going to the High Court is not only really going to be quite messy, but it's also going to be incredibly expensive. Having your legal team strapped up that to then go in, get a court date and fight would be so pricey. And let's be honest, they've both got quite a lot going on. Now, Whitney's got some really big plans coming up. We understand that she is in the mix to join Love Island All Stars in 2026, which would be massive. And Lachlan, as we know, super busy with his businesses, you know, making Instagrams, talking about British food.
I mean, Lachlan's super busy with his businesses. I don't think so. I don't think he's super busy. I think she's overhyping it there.
Food, la la la. I honestly think, guys, if this is on ice, it's the best thing you could have done. Ultimately, high court battles, super messy. We saw it in Agatha Christie with Colleen and Rebecca Vardy. It played out for weeks in the press. I reported on it a lot. All the details came out, and nobody wants this battle. And what once was actually a loving relationship, like, I think people forget that Lachlan and Whitney were so happy until they weren't. And yeah, if Whitney's going into that villa in South Africa in January, it's a lot nicer to hang out in a boiling hot South African villa than it would be to hang out in the High Court. But watch this space. I'm waiting for confirmation from their reps to say that this is over. War is over. Goodwill to all men, just in time.
I'll leave it there. But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. So they did appear happy in the beginning. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like, you know, from what Whitney has alluded to, and obviously this is kind of just allegedly, let me just say that, is that she had to kind of do a lot of work. She was kind of shrinking herself and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? And Lachlan wasn't the nicest person. You never know what's going on behind closed doors. But also, my other takeaway from this is just like whether she's going to be in All Stars or not, and how that is actually going to go down. If she is, I would love to see Whitney in All Stars. She has previously said that she wouldn't do it, but I don't know. Maybe she's changed her mind now. She's just launched. I was actually just going to find it. She's just relaunched her hairline as well, actually. So it wouldn't. I think like she might be more prepared, because I do think like this, I think when she first came out of the villa and everything, she wasn't as prepared as she could be in terms of like launching everything. I think she done her best, but it is difficult to run any type of business and everything like that. So yeah, she's launched, let me just share this as well. Like she's just launched Whitney Hair. This image looks fantastic. I love this. This is what it's looking like. And I think they've done a photo shoot recently. I think this is literally this week. She's got the bundles and stuff looking. Oh, that is cute. Like that style. Now I love a pigtail. But yeah. They could will say she so let's just ring it. She was proper hurt though. She started talking about his hairline. I knew she was boohooing in the background. When she started talking about it, probably, do you know what I mean? I can imagine ITV producers wanting the whole thing sorted before having her back on. Yes, exactly. I think that would be the case as well, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? So I would love to see her. I would love to see her on it. I think like she definitely done numbers for them the last time she was on the show. Do you know what I mean? And she got a very, very, very good edit as well. And I guess they know she'll bring it. People tune into her. So yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Whitney on All Stars. And I would definitely be covering Love Island for sure. In January, I'm just like working out my schedule, but that's what I'm definitely going to be doing. But yeah, I don't know. Would you guys be happy to see Whitney again, or are you sick of her? Some people be sick of her. I think that's bad, but some people do be. And stuff. Let me know. So my Instagram stopped now. Oh, we can have a bit. But yeah, poor Whitney, man. She was a sassy black friend, though. I'm dubious about her actually finding love. Especially, I feel like, especially All Stars, because it's slim pickings. No. Women just said no straight. It's slim pickings for All Stars. It really is slim pickings. Because the pool of people they need to choose from, I feel like they need to do a twist with All Stars, and it needs to be more international. I need to see more Americans in All Stars. I really do. Because then I think that's where it'll become more interesting. It'll definitely become more interesting for sure. Sid was asking before about the Danish Deception. To be fair, I've already talked about Danish Deception on TDA. But has everybody watched it now? Does everyone watch it? The clip, and what are your thoughts on it? Has everyone watched? Does everyone know what I'm talking about when I say the Danish Deception? Because I can recap. Will says, apart from Locken, did she have any connections? I can't remember. And was she ever into black women like that? She gave the gold digger right. Wow, gold digger. Okay, cool. I feel like with if I remember correctly, she was with a guy called Mehdi in the beginning, who I don't think he really liked her, but she was pretending, or they were both pretending in a sense, and then he got a bit feisty, blamed her for upsetting somebody. I can't remember her name now, but he blamed Jess, maybe upsetting Jess or something like that, and was just being weird about the whole situation. And then I think she was talking to I want to say Marcel, but that's Montel, is that right? I think she was talking to Montel for a little bit, but I think we interviewed him, and he was saying that they were chatting, but what do you call it? She wanted something different while she was in the villa. That's what she wanted, something different. And yeah, because I remember distinctly with Locken wasn't Whitney's first choice. He first wanted to get with the small girl. I can't remember her name. The one that was in season 1 or season 2 or something. I can't remember her name now, but yeah. And then also with he wanted to get with someone else, and I think Whitney was his third choice. So he was mainly not into her, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not hopeful really in terms of like who they bring in, and they probably all know each other anyway as well. So I don't know, but I'm gonna watch it anyway. I don't want to see no one that's from Malta for sure, Crispy. You're hilarious. She was. Oh my god. Okay, so Danish Deception. I don't yes, okay, so this was this young lady, Anika, who was a former contestant on The Bachelor. She meets this guy while she's on holiday, and she is kind of besotted with him like straight away. And she basically she kind of like she fell for him very hard, and she fell for him while they were living in 2 different countries. Before she even got his number, she sent him her passport details, and I think he flew her out, and she got really impressed. She thought he was a Calvin Klein model. That's what she described him as. And he's not, for the record. He's not. He's definitely not. And what do you call it? She just she fell for it. She fell for his spiel, his shtick, hook, line, and sinker. And he was scamming her from the very beginning. He was just lying and kind of doing big lies. He said that yes, he was part of the Danish royal family. He said that he was an Olympian. She said that she had no reason not to displease, to not to believe him. She started giving him money, which is just like, girl. And also as well, if it's not clear, this girl is Nigerian. She's Nigerian American or American Nigerian as well. So this is why I just took personal issue to this behavior. But he didn't just scam her, he scammed her friends, her colleagues, her family. He took so much money, and it turns out he has a gambling addiction, and he was gambling away their money right under her nose. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. That is in a nutshell. Yeah, so that's true. So there was one couple, her friends, that he scammed, and I think it was maybe like $200,000. It was a large amount of money, and it was like, I think it was like a kind of crypto scam or whatever kind of thing. And when she kind of like finds out that he had taken this money from them, you know, she asks like, "Why didn't you tell me?" And this friend of hers was just like, "Yeah, I thought, you know, you're Nigerian. I thought you was in on it." Like, what the fuck? But the thing is, when she's telling this part of the story, she's just like, "Oh, that's when it hit me," you know? Like, it's just like, hold on a second. Did you not cuss him out? Did you not cuss him out? Like, what the hell? Oh my God. It was so bad. It was so friggin' bad. Like, it was just like she also held that belief. That's what it seems like. And I was just like, oh my God, you're the worst. And then she came out and she was just like, she got a lot of backlash. She got, yeah, definitely a lot of backlash online under her post and everything like that. And she does this another video, and she was just like, you know, I'm trying to raise awareness. I'm trying to, you know, tell my story so this type of thing doesn't happen to another person. And I'm just getting so much hate. And most of the hate is from Black women. And it was just like, oh, sweetie. No, no, sweetie, no. She just seems like she's a little bit lost. She seems like she's a little bit lost. This whole thing, like, you can tell by just the way she comes across. She can tell by this whole story and how these things have happened to her that she doesn't have a lot of Black friends in her circle. She doesn't have a lot of Black friends that maybe the Black friends that she does have, maybe she even probably doesn't even respect their opinion, or doesn't value them in the same way, because there ain't no way, there ain't no way in a normal situation that your Black friends are letting this run. There's no way. But there was one of her friends that DM'd someone, and she was saying that actually her cousin, her maybe her cousin and maybe a friend, they did have questions, right? They were asking like, okay, he's an Olympian, why can't we find anything about it? They were investigating, right? And maybe she just ignored them. So there was someone that said that, but that's all allegedly. I don't know. But it just seems like she wanted to be in this swell relationship. She really wanted to have that, because they were building like a social relationship account about, you know, their relationship, their travels, and that sort of thing. And that's the other thing, that they're traveling every sort of minute. And it's just like, girl, do you not understand that? She's just like, no, you know, you're asking why was I happy that he paid for things? It's just like, girl, like, that was your money. That was your money. Oh, really? Crispy said pictures of a photo shoot with her and that Danish guy surfaced. They posed and used the same aesthetic as Meghan and Harry. She wanted her fairy tale. You know what? Yeah, I got to a point where I was just like, I mean, she's an adult, but I was just like, what's your upbringing, man? That's the thing. I just got to a point where I was just like, am I blaming the parents for this one? Because what in this assimilation is going on? What's going on? Like, this is, no, you can't. This is too much. It's too much. It's too much. Seriously, way too much. Yeah, her friends are predominantly white. It's just, oh God. She wasn't a bachelor. Yeah, she wasn't a bachelor. And I think in her season, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the bachelor turned out to be gay. I think so. I think that I read that somewhere. Would having black friends have prevented the situation? This girl is slow, stupid, isn't race based. I think so. I think it could have helped. Yeah, definitely, because I think there would definitely be, because the friends that I've seen in the comments, they are more defending. They're more. They're more defending her. I think her black friends, if she had black friends, they'll be like, girl, no, do not send your passport details. Do not do this, that kind of thing. I feel like they wouldn't be giving him any money. Like, do you know what I mean? He would not be able to go to them and ask for money. I just don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. I mean, he could ask, but I don't think they would be giving anything, you know? I think if she had black friends, less people would have been scammed. That's what I think. Her upbringing was to trust the blonde and not the brown. Yes, Elsie, I agree with that. It feels like she was in on it. Girl was too casual and smiley about it. Maya, I swear to God, like, I was just like, what is going on? Because I get that, you know what? She got me with the storytelling to a certain extent. And then obviously I was just like, no, this girl is clearly mad. But like, I do feel like, how much of a donut are you? Like, you can't be displaying donut behaviors, yeah, and then expect me to listen to you like you're a reasonable person. Like, this is terrible. It's so bad. It really is so bad. Oh yeah, he was gay. Okay, cool. She married without telling her parents. That's also against her culture. This is the thing, Elsie. Like, this is one of my issues as well that I had with her. It's just like, you were mad at his family for not telling you about his gambling past. You didn't even tell your parents that he was married. Like, what? Like, that is it's crazy. In what world, in what Nigerian world is that okay? It's not okay. It's not okay. It really, really isn't okay. Now he has a green card. Yeah, she got played. She got played big time. Didn't her dad give him money too? Yeah, her dad, the mum, the sister, I believe the cousin. You know, when she gave him the credit card, that's when I was just like, no, you're Mumu, you're actually a donut. You're a donut and a half, because this is so friggin' unnecessary. It's so devastating, like, crazy scenes, absolutely crazy scenes. Yeah, she disappointed me. Obviously, you don't want this type of thing to happen to anybody at all. And the thing is, this is the thing, El Michelle, as well. Like, the whole family can't be bright, because I don't know. I really don't know how, what do you call it? I don't know. In my family, you can't be asking everybody for money, and number one, they're not telling each other, and they're not telling me. Seriously. Oh God. I just think, no, it's too much. No, I don't think so. We'll say, you're acting as SPAC Nation, ain't it? Scamming black people left, right, up, down, all the place. She's just slow. Nigerians can be slow too. Wendy and Eddie got caught up too. You know what? Yes, of course. I do think that we're obviously, we're not monolith. There are slow people, but she is presenting herself as someone who is not slow. She is presenting herself as someone who is what's the word, like, just like smart, and like, you know, do you know what I mean? And this guy is such a great scammer. So, like, basically, this is one true great deception. And this is, you know, when people are calling her out on it, yes, Maya, like, she took zero accountability and want Black women to lift her up. Exactly. Like, I feel like this is the thing, like, taking no accountability, you're going on, like, yeah, as far as she's concerned, you know, everything looked legit. There was no issues with anything at all. He was just so good at scamming. Like, no, you can't present yourself as a fully intelligent person and this happened. No, it's not matching up. That's my issue. Seriously. I just don't know how. I don't know how they got. You know what? To be fair, these things happen. It frustrates me. Oh my God, it frustrates me so much. These things do happen. But I think the way she told this story, like, she was like just this innocent person, I just think is so disingenuous. No, like, at least with Risa Tisa, she kind of like took it up, like, she took accountability for her part, you know, she really did. Yeah, and at least, like, her guy, I can't remember his name again now, but her guy is what do you call it? Her ex was paying for stuff. Do you know what I mean? At least he was paying for stuff. This guy had 34% in his account. She gave him a credit card. She knew that he had gambling issues and she gave him a credit card. It's dumb. I was asking, I feel so silly for asking this. Why do you feel silly? But did you watch a Diddy documentary? I actually haven't finished watching it. I've got one more episode to go, but I've done quite a bit of reading on it, and I did report on it for TDA as well, kind of thing. Has everybody watched it? Has everybody watched the Diddy doc? Yeah. Like, what the hell? What the hell? The thing is, yeah, okay. What are my closing thoughts on the Diddy doc? Obviously, I'm going to watch the last episode because I know the last episode kind of like looks at the jurors as well, and people are saying that they're like pygmishas and stuff and everything. I live in NY, so much I knew already. Yeah, I did in NY. Yeah, like there are. Okay, waving. I'm going to do a little bit of spoilers. Two episodes left. Okay, cool. Maybe we could talk about it next week as well, but yeah. It's a sad state of affairs. I think that definitely 50 Cent, I will give him that he's used this platform for good. In this instance, I definitely believe, but I do believe that obviously these stories go like deep and are very interconnected and all this kind of stuff. So I do think he's doing it for petty purposes as well, because obviously his baby mums, who is dealing with Diddy, I think, I don't know if you believe the rumors, right now, is not in it at all. She's not featured at all in it, kind of thing. So obviously that's his, he doesn't want to do that. Okay, cool. But yeah, I feel like, first of all, 50 Cent, he's done the right thing by bringing this to the forefront. I want to know, how did 50 get some of that intimate footage to close up with his lawyers and stuff? So basically, Diddy had a camera crew, what do you call it, with him in the lead up, right? Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know what was going on with him, but he wanted to document it in some way, and I think he does this from time to time. But what one of the people was saying in the documentary is that, maybe I saw it somewhere else, was that what he does, he likes to work with young people. So he will make them work like ridiculous hours, all this kind of stuff. They'll just be happy to be there, and he'll either pay them delayed, pay them low, or pay them, or won't pay them at all. And that's what he was doing. He did. So they had an initial agreement. They had an initial agreement, but then what happened was Diddy didn't pay him. So then your agreement is void. So then it went to a highest bidder, and that's how 50 got them. But yeah, and it's just like he has a pattern of this, of exploiting people. He has a pattern of, this is Diddy. I will say allegedly as well, just, you know, for the sake of it. But yeah, I feel like he's got a pattern of this. So there's many people didn't pay. I mean, he didn't pay, what do you call it? God, what's his name? The guy that went to prison, Shine? Yeah. He was supposed to go do that bird for some money. He didn't get the money, you know? So like, why would he pay a videographer? The fact that he filmed it is insane. Like, do you know what I mean? Like what a silly move. But I feel like he is surrounded by yes people, you know, enablers. What do you call it? So I'm not surprised that they didn't push back on that. And I feel like, you know what, there's parallels to Kanye here, but yeah, Kanye kind of does the same thing in terms of like documents all these things. I don't know if he's good at paying people. Yeah, he didn't pay his artists either. Yeah, exactly, kind of thing. He just swindled people. But there were just so many different things in that doc. Some things I knew, some things I didn't know, that were just absolutely shocking. I was like, at parts, like my mouth was just open, like, what do you mean? Yeah, and like just having so many people around who enabled. When did he got out of the stampede? I knew incident early on. I knew. Yeah, I think like that stampede, he should have been. He got away scot-free. He absolutely got away scot-free. If the fact of like them paying Bad Boy, charging Biggie's estate for the funeral, if that's true, that's disgusting as well. You know, someone did from their estate apparently came out and said that wasn't the case. But you know, you can bury these things, so I don't really know. But that, I think, yeah, the kind of Keith D, you know, his proof thing, hearing that recording and detailing how they how he was, you know, allegedly hired by Diddy to kill Tupac, and how that went down, and how they were, you know, when the first responders came, how they were laughing and, you know, drinking and, you know, do you know what I mean, watching it happen. I just, it's disgusting behavior. And it's just like, at the time, because this is like my Bad Boy, yeah, most of their music is part of the soundtrack to my childhood, right? Do you know what I mean? My later teen years. And it just pains me. It just absolutely pains me. Like, you know, I thought it was so aspirational. I remember exactly the first time when I even heard Missing You, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, we were sad. We was probably sad. And we thought like, this guy lost his best friend, not knowing that all along, like, you're the person responsible. Oh, it's heinous. It's just hate. It just makes you sick. It really does. Like, yeah, it is hate. Like, how dare you do all of this? Like, no one man should have all this power. Honestly. Maya says he let that guy record him because he was convinced he was gonna get away with it, and then wanted to make his own documentary. Yeah. They didn't really go into the fact that Biggie was hit. That the Biggie hit was what? Reprisal act for, sorry, I need to read that again. The Biggie hit was a reprisal act for the unpaid fee from the Tupac hit. That's crazy. Never liked him in that Missing You song, Sealed It For You. Yep, I said he did. One of his security bodyguards said that 50 got the footage because, yes, exactly, Crispy. Yeah. Yeah. It's just unfortunate. Well, I'm glad I'm glad we got that footage. I'm glad that we were able to see what he's like behind closed doors, because he's been fooling us. Well, not for, I think people knew as we got older, like people understood like something's not right here. I think definitely like Kim, when she passed away, the suspicious circumstances, all the artists, Shine, all the artists that he didn't pay, all the artists that, you know, got kind of left by the wayside, like, you know, Mace leaving him. Like, there's just so many moments where just like, nah, this guy can't be a good guy. Like, it's too many people don't like you. Too many people like hate you, man. Like, you're acting bare crazy. And it's just this weird kind of like his fascination with men that he likes taking their girls. It's just weird. Like, you're just messed up. Then it's just like your mum's messed up. Like, but there was like some deep conspiracy thing that I did watch, because I went down a rabbit hole that they were saying that actually Janice isn't his mum, that's his aunt or something. I don't know. I don't know how true that is, but I saw something on that. Like, one of his dad's friends or something was saying that Will's saying Biggie died broke, was looking to sign himself to Undeus Entertainment and move away from Bad Boy. Biggie saw Puff as his boss employer and not his BFS as Diddy portrayed him. Yeah, exactly. I thought that was part of the Junior Mafia thing, that he was trying to build out his own thing and move away from Bad Boy. So maybe that's all tied in. But yeah, but people need to talk. Mary J needs to talk. Jodeci needs to talk. Even 112 needs to talk. Misa needs to be talking. Like, people need to start talking, because otherwise you're still enabling this nonsense. But I feel like they probably can't talk because they're incriminating. Yeah, people saying that, yeah, Justin isn't his son as well. I saw that too. It was Wolf Jones' son. I saw that too. But don't they look alike? I don't know. I thought they looked similar personally. Maya said if a demon was a person, it would be Diddy, 100%. Someone said he was a warlock. Warlock. Well, how do you say it? You know what I mean? Oh gosh. That's the thing. And even like them changing the title to the album to Life After Death, like that is crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, these people are haters. And I was just like, these guys, like, oh God. The music industry is just such a dirty place, man. It's a foul place. People get away with absolute murder. And then obviously there's a connection, like when he left Andre Harrell, that apparently Clive Davis was the one that was funding Diddy at that point. And Clive Davis, and how many people Steph that he's linked to, is crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. I think Puff took out big when he saw how much money Tupac's music was making after his death. Yeah, probably. He probably thought, I can't lose. And he positioned himself. And that's when he fully became, what do you call it? The star that he wanted to be, you know? And it's just so, anyway, I'm thinking about myself, but it's so annoying people. So they say, Crispy, yeah, so they say, Will said Jodeci fired him as their handler when, they got Suge Knight to renegotiate the Uptown Records contract 93, 94, hence why there are only 3 music videos for the second album. Okay. This is the thing, Crispy. Thank God 50 is petty as fuck. Thank God he holds a grudge. Thank God he never forgets. But so I was watching something. Sorry. Oh, God. And someone was saying that, maybe it was Ebro. He was saying that this type is about, or maybe it was someone else, I can't remember. It might be about 50's involvement isn't just about his baby mother, whatever kind of thing. It's about Chris Lighty. Now, am I going to remember it correctly? I think Chris Lighty died under suspicious circumstances, and he may have, they say that he, inflicted his, he was responsible for his own death. But people are saying, or tying that into the Diddy situation as well. But Chris Lighty, I think he helped 50 after 50 was blackballed by Diddy. And I think this is 50 getting paid back for that. I think that's what it is. That's what someone was saying anyway. Do you know what I mean? That it runs deeper. It runs much deeper. It's not like a surface thing. Will said Mary J fired him after My Life as she was pissed that he signed Faith to Bad Boy and gave her sound to her and used the same producers. Diddy and Mary didn't collab for like 10 years after that. Yeah, I hear that. What do you call it? Mary may have been at some parties as well, allegedly. I hear that. El Michelle says, do you think Puff and Andre Harrell had an intimate relationship? The thing is, yeah, according to the that's what the doc was, the documentary was implying to me. That's what it looked like. Yeah. That's what it looked like. That was his little boyfriend. Really. That's what it looked like. And the thing is, it's just like, I feel like like, if you're gay, just be gay, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so many people have been hurt to protect some of these men against their from exposing their homosexuality. Like, there's too many casualties. Like, it's just like, if you're gay, just be gay. Honestly, yeah, too many people getting hurt. And the thing is, you know what else was disgusting as well in the show was that the fact of the sex worker was saying that every year without fail on the anniversary of Biggie dying, that he would be called for a session. What do they call it again? I can't remember the term that they use. Yeah. They'll be called for a freak off. That's it. They'll be called for he'll be called for a freak off, like an anniversary. Anniversary. What the hell? Will said, I think his sexuality is more complicated than him just being gay. Like, there's a weird power dynamic at play in those interactions. Yeah, I think so, but I think that might be also a product of him not being who he is, right? Like, I think that if you're trying to suppress that, then it can play out in different ways. So, like, I feel like but also as well, like, it's the controlling aspect of it, like, you know, because the way the sex worker was talking, he was saying that with Cassie in particular, he would say, oh, turn to this angle, do this, move here, do that, like, do it, like, do you know what I mean? I just feel like it's like, I own you. This is you will not breathe unless I say so, which is, I think, similar stories to the victims of R. Kelly, like, you know, them having to do certain things a certain way, him directing them not being able to move unless he says so, and that sort of thing. So it's just like, I think like, oh, these people are messed up. They're just messed up. And I think there's part of it, it's just like they're not being true to who they actually are, or there's shame around who they actually are. They're just, you know, do you know what I mean? Not living in their truth. Yeah, March 9th every year is so great. Yeah, it is. It's just awful, awful. Which makes me that makes me put on my tinfoil hat, and I'm just like, what in the ritualistic practices is going on? Because what the hell, man? That just seems. But then I was thinking, maybe is that like a massive distraction, so he doesn't have to face what he's done? Like, maybe that's the space where, not trying to justify obviously, but that's like in those conditions, like maybe that's the only time he can truly escape from what's going on with him mentally. I don't know. I really don't know. But it is disturbing. It's really, really disturbing. The whole thing is disturbing. But I'm glad that this exposure has come out, and I'm glad that, you know, we have like a little bit more awareness for sure. Maya said, I think the industry is well aware of what he did and we're too shocked by it. I think we just didn't really. Some things were just so outlandish. It was just like, okay, it could happen, but you know, then you see him on Ellen. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, Ellen's a anyway, but if you don't want to believe it, no one wants to believe this. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Crispy saying Biggie's murder was Diddy's breakthrough, so that date marks a birth or some sort to him. Yeah. Then Will says, then again, everything about Diddy appears to have been an open secret industry. Like, no one really interrogated the whole Cassie getting beat in front of Jimmy Levine and Usher at dinner. Yeah, this is the thing. And it's just like, when it doesn't go further, like I would say, like, who was it? Although she is problematic. What is her name? Oh my God. What is her name? 212 girl. Oh, 212. Azealia Banks. Azealia Banks, like, do you know what I mean? She said that she was spit on or spat at by somebody, an actor. Let me find it if I see it, right? And someone else said, yeah, this happened. But what came with it? Absolutely nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, this happens all the time. Yes, Kid Cudi as well. His, you know, his car blowing up or whatever, you know? People will look the other way for a check. Yeah, they absolutely do. Russell Crowe and RZA, thank you so much. Yes. Like, these things happen. Like, these things happen. It's been confirmed that this happened, but what came with it? Nothing. Then it goes on, like, then it's just like, well, do you believe her? Because every 5 minutes she's ranting about something, or do you know what I mean? Like, over time, it's like these stories become like myths. And then it's just like, can you prove what you're saying? Because it's even like the ex co-founder, Kurt Burrows, like him having to give over his 25% in that situation, you know, when he said like Diddy came in with a bat and was gonna beat him up or whatever kind of thing, or severely hurt him. I can't lie. I may have risked. I don't actually. You don't know what you're gonna do in that situation, but never give over the details. Never sign the paper. Never sign the paperwork. Never signed the paperwork. But he lost his shares then. But him also. Oh, I was going to say something else, but I can't remember now. Lost my train of thought. But I don't know. Kurt Burrows, man. He saw a lot of things as well, and I know he feels guilty now. But at the time, he was one of the enablers, as is the girl assistant as well. I can't remember her name. either. God, it's all gone out of my head, and I literally was talking about this yesterday or the day before. Let me see if I can find my notes. What are you playing? Are you playing, man? Actually. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, Kirk Burrows. So basically, him saying that Biggie was actually supposed to be in London or the UK. And that week that he died, he was supposed to be there. And, you know, Diddy basically told him, nah, he's not going. And Biggie calling Kirk and saying, like, you know, I don't want to be in LA. I don't want to be here. But, you know, Diddy wants me to be here and stuff. And then obviously him dying. There must be like, if you're setting that kind of stuff up, yeah, there must be people to say, yes, Diddy was supposed to be in the UK, you know, now. They must be also people. Will says Aaliyah was basically pimped out by her uncle, yeah, allegedly, who managed R. Kelly until like the mid 2000s. So as long as people are making money for whoever they're enabled and protected. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, the story is that is why the estate, you know, keeps stum. That's why they don't say too much, because they've been paid off in a sense. So they continue to get paid off in a sense by way of royalties, apparently. But yeah, Maya says Kirk trusted him. He probably thought he wouldn't do that to him since he was his day one. True. Maybe it was when he realized what was happening, it was too late. Maybe that one of those kind of situations. Might be one of those situations, but yeah, it's sad, man. The whole thing is sad. Aubrey as well, from Danny E. Kane, like her story. Oh, awful. Even the other lady, what's her, Joy Dickinson, Neil. Awful. Oh my God, Faith. Yes. What does Faith know? This is the thing. And the thing is, even Faith, oh my God. The guy that she was with on Love on Hip Hop as well. Stevie, I bet he knows stuff as well. They all need to sing. Even I was like, what does Mariah know? Do you know what I mean? I know she knows some stuff. I know because she was around then. I know she knows some stuff, man. Will says Gene Deal has spoken about that whole Biggie not going to Europe. It was basically confirmed he was due to do Tim Westwood on that trip. Oh, really? Stevie J, yes. But he was on that recording Girls and Showing his friends. He did it to eat. Oh, allegedly. Jeez. Crazy. This is the thing. So I feel like I'm not even saying that, even when I say that they should talk, not to say that they're innocent, because I feel like the people that are not talking is because either they've been bought off. I think a bunch of, because if you remember correctly, when Cassie's thing came out, just before it came out, he was giving people back their rights in return for NDAs or and that type of thing, like the rights to their, or royalties to their music, or rights to their music. He was, this is Diddy, he was giving people back, I think, on Telp and stuff. He was giving me, so those people haven't spoken up, and I feel like they've either been bought off, or they were on shit themselves. They don't want to incriminate themselves. That's what I think. Stevie J had a similar story to Little Rod. What do you mean? What part of Little Rod's story? Kalina was singing like a baby in part 4. See her, yeah? She is an untrustworthy person. She really was an untrustworthy person. I don't know about her, because she came out against Dawn at one point, and it's just like, girl, you was there. You was there. Stevie J, he got work like a, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Stevie was making hits back in the day, man. It's crazy. All these people who were doing all these amazing things, or what we thought on the surface were these amazing things, and building like the Black culture essentially, you know, at the time we didn't even know what was going on. Didn't even know what was going on. Seriously. Crazy scenes. But yeah, so I'm gonna watch the last part the last episode. Yeah, I wish I had more time. I would probably do a proper deep dive on it. CJ got the genius worked out of him and got burnt out and strung out on drugs until those reality shows. Yeah. Crazy. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to wrap things up there. Appreciate you staying with me. Everyone who's here, you know, guys, I love you most. Please like this video. Really helps. Share with like-minded people. And if you're a replay gang, leave a comment for me too. As I said, my vlog will be out in a couple for members, and it'll be out tomorrow at 5 p.m. for non-members too. I am back on TDA next week from 8:15 to 10:30, 11, Monday to Friday. So check that out if you'd like. And what do you call it? Also as well, yeah, I'm having a meetup on the 19th of December. If you're in London and you can join, that'll be amazing, from about 6:30 in central London. So it'll be nice to just like a little bit of thank you to everybody. That'll be great. Thank you, Elsid, as always, for helping out. Guys, I will see you next week. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye. Bye.